What's up, folks, and welcome back to Dyce Reacts, where we are staying in Australia tonight. Oh yeah, we are going to be checking out 10 things in Australia that just makes sense. Burma side checks one out. We ain't going to waste no more time. We're just going to get right into it, folks. We're going to get right into it. Oh yeah.
Here's 10 things that just make sense in Australia, whether it's legislation, what things are called, little design decisions. They're just things where you see here and you think, why is this not everywhere? This makes so much sense. So that's what we're doing. I've been in Australia for a year. I love it. I love the people. I love the vibes. So it's probably just things that, Australians just see as every day. But to me, they just make a lot of sense. So let's get into it. And the first one is bin chickens. So
Bin chickens,
yeah,
I heard it.
Anyone in Australia, I'm sure you've seen them because they're everywhere.
That's what I heard.
The name that they actually are called,
like
their actual proper name, I have no idea. But everybody calls them bin chickens. There's no need to call them a different name, I don't think, because
someone told me their real name.
They're bin chickens. That's exactly what they do. These flamingo-looking animals that like to linger in the bins, in the garbage, and grab some food. So it just makes sense to call them bin chickens. 2, we got the power plug switches. Those things, I don't even want to begin to talk about how much time I've spent looking at them, or every time I flip them, just think, why would it not be like this everywhere? Why would you not want or be able to have the ability to switch it off so that you're not going to get zapped when you're unplugging and plugging something in? Not saying it happens a lot in other places, but your hands get wet sometimes, and maybe a little water gets on the outlet, and you're in the back of your mind, you're like, am I going to get zapped?
Sure.
Here, you just flip the switch and you're sorted. It's, again, it just makes sense.
Yeah, that's a point.
That's it. 3, we got chicken salt.
Chicken salt mix.
I don't know what it is. I didn't want to look into it because I didn't want to ruin the magic for me, but I love it. I love chicken salt so much. I don't know why it's not a thing in other places.
I've never heard of it.
If we could get chicken salt on Pringles, I think I would be over the moon, because Pringles are the goated chip. I haven't seen chicken salt flavor.
I don't like chicken. Well, sorry about that. I don't like Pringles that much. I might eat the orange one. Maybe like very rare that I eat it, but sometimes I want that cheese taste. But what is chicken salt? What is it made of? He didn't want to do it, but you guys gotta fill me up on this, because I don't know if it's gonna make a difference with eating things that I don't like. I don't know. If it's that good, gonna help me eat something that I don't really like, well, it's damn good. But I highly doubt it. But give me the ingredients, please.
Flavor Pringles yet, so I think if we could merge that would be amazing. But chicken salt just makes sense on chips, like fries. It's just so good. So chicken salt. So number 4, we got those little sauce squirters things. I don't know what they're called, but I'm sure sauce squirter gets the job done. The design of it just makes sense, because I've only ever seen the ones where you gotta like rip it off and then you unroll it like it's like that limp end of a toothpaste roll, and it's like not super annoying, but it's messy, and it's you're just pushing it out, versus the squirter, you just you get the 2 prongs and you squeeze it and it's just shoots out. It's perfect. First time I did squirt myself in the eye, I will say I saw it and squirted it, but now that I've learned, I think it just makes sense that all sauce packages should be like that. Number 5, we got mandatory voting. It is mandatory here. There are fines associated with not voting.
Didn't know that.
I don't think they're major fines, but they're enough where it at least switches the mindset to, it'll at least get the lazy people who are just can't be bothered to go vote, where if you're going to get fined for not voting, at least it makes you feel like you're paying to not vote, versus have no consequence. Then it's like, whatever. You just, you can't be bothered sometimes and you don't go. But here, having the fine, making it mandatory, I think it just makes sense to.
In part because it's compulsory, it's made as easy as possible for everyone to vote. It includes elections being held on Saturday, not midweek, pre-polling for weeks beforehand, postal votes to essential anyone who wants them. Booths are numerous and well organized. I've never had to wait for more than half an hour. Outreach teams also go to remote communities to set up polling booths, hospitals, etc. It's very easy. Hmm. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. I mean, people should have the right whether they should do something or not, whether it's government based or not. I'm not talking about things like I would say like taxis or whatnot. I'm not talking about those things. I'm talking about just like someone wants to vote. Because what if neither of the parties make sense for you that the things that they say they're gonna do? Why are you gonna force someone to vote if they don't see any value in neither of what the parties are offering? I don't know how many parties are there, but I'm saying there are people that don't see any side that has any value in terms of what they're trying to do in that election. I mean, it's a bit unfair to put a fine on that. I find that bizarre. It's just to me, I mean, some people may not have a problem with it, but I definitely have a problem with that one. I think this is the first thing I'm seeing now in Australia that I I have to push back on that one. No, people need the freedom to choose whether they want to vote or not. It's just it's just what it is. And I don't know if this is he's talking about everywhere in Australia or certain parts of Australia. I don't know where it applies. You guys gotta hit me up on that. Australians, hit me up on that. I need to know because this is a little worrisome right there. This is a little worrisome. I was not expecting that at all in Australia. Like, no. Not even countries that I think that you would think that are more radical don't even have those kind of things. I've never heard it. But in Australia, it's kind of shocking to me. I don't know if he's exaggerating or whatnot. You guys gotta fill me up on that. And if he is, I'm gonna bash him in the next video.
Yeah, give you that extra encouragement to vote. So just makes sense. 6 here, we got the love heart. It makes sense. There's always been a debate why we call a heart the perfectly shaped heart, the love heart, compared to a real heart that looks similar, but not really anatomically. Here, it's called love heart. So the one you'd send in an emoji, love heart. Then
Okay.
the heart that's more resembling the heart, that's an actual heart. And it makes sense.
Okay.
7, we got standard drink labels. So on every, I guess maybe not every, I haven't seen all of them, but I'm pretty sure on most, if not all, beer, wine, whatever ways you can get your alcohol, on it they'll show a standard drink amount. So
Yeah.
2 standard drinks, and it's a good way to track how drunk you are, or
Yeah.
how drunk you get based off of a certain amount of drinks.
I know why that is kind of new to him. I mean, that to me is almost like a standard everywhere, as far as I know. As far as I know, because there's so many different alcohols, especially where I'm from, and there's always the showcase of the percentage, the alcohol level. So I don't know where he's from originally, where they don't have it. It's just weird. Where is this guy from, man? Is this is this guy a big chicken, man? Like, what are you talking about, bro?
And it just makes sense. That's it. Number 8, they got the health star ratings on their food to give you that general guide of how something is, whether it's good, bad, ugly. Of course,
I'm just joking about he's being a big chicken. Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy.
it's not perfect. I'm sure there's, some people would debunk that a 4-star rating is still good or bad, and vice versa with the low stars. I'm sure you could find people disproving it, but as a general guideline, just put something on the package just so at least people have a rough idea, it makes a lot of sense. Just something simple, easy to look at, not complicated. The health star rating on foods, I think it makes sense.
Okay.
Number 9, we got the culture of walking around barefoot.
Yes,
I love
I've
it.
heard.
I love it. I love it. I think it
Even in
makes
the
so much
supermarkets, I
sense
heard
for
it.
so many health reasons in terms of having strong feet or muscles, joints, just being a healthy person.
Yep.
And it also just encourages everybody to keep the streets clean and keep things clean.
True
So
that.
if you know people are going to
That's
walk
true.
around barefoot,
That's true. Yeah, that's
you're more inclined to keep
I didn't
things
think of it
clean.
that way.
So to be fair, I did get my feet burnt when I was in Sydney though. Like walking on the asphalt, the sun basically turned it into a
You should know better about the sun, man.
stovetop. So I did burn the bottom of my feet from walking barefoot too much and kind of, yeah, forcing it. But for the most part, I love it. You know, you live and you learn. But I think it makes a lot of sense. I'm team barefoot all the way. Number 10, final one here. We got thanking the bus driver. So it's simple, it's easy. And I'm not saying we don't thank bus drivers or other places don't, but it's just reiterated so much. And it makes so much sense because it's just a decent thing to do. It's a polite thing to do, to be grateful and kind to someone, just even if they're just doing their job. It can mean a lot to someone. You never know what someone's going through. So just having that being a part of, always thank the bus driver. Everybody just says that, and it's a nice reminder because it sets the tone to be polite and kind to everybody around you. So makes a lot of sense, and I like it a lot. That's it. That's my list.
Yes, I learned a few new things, and you guys know what stood out for me: the voting. I've never heard that, and I've done maybe about 80 something videos from Australia. This is bizarre, man. When was this put into effect in Australia? I would think that would be something that people would push back against in Australia, and protests against. I mean, this is like, I don't know, man. It doesn't sit right with me. Like I said, I don't know how true that is, or if it was something in times past, or maybe in certain regions. I don't know. But sometimes people tend to exaggerate on some of the videos I've done, not just in Australia, but other countries, and people have been telling me in the comments. So I'm taking everything with a grain of salt. But a lot of things he said on the list makes sense. Without a doubt, it makes sense. And like I said, Australia is a very thoughtful country, and the voting thing is maybe a little too thoughtful, if you know what I mean. It's a little too thoughtful for wanting people to vote and giving them a fine if they're not gonna do it. I mean, I need some information on that from you Australians, you lovely Australians, you mates. Yeah. If you want to see that long drawn outro that I do, hit me over on Dyce Reacts, we had music reactions. This is where I'm going to be making my exits. Until next time, peace out.